We're going back to basics because food is expensive and I have all of this air fryer chicken left over. Now, initially you could see that this does not look like much, but if my grandmother has taught me anything, is that there's more meat on the bone. You just kind of got to look for it. I didn't have a real plan for this initially. I knew the things that my grandmother would do would be to find a way to stretch it. I could make flautas, I could make enchiladas, but because the way this was roasted, there was already some seasoning here. I thought a more classic American take would work better, and I decided to go with something close to a chicken noodle concoction. Now, I'm not sure that I grew up with this. The closest thing I have to this is maybe beef stroganoff. But this seemed easy enough after looking at a bunch of recipes online. And what do you know, I actually have all of the ingredients. Because I had the carcass left over, I knew I wanted to make stock from that. That's a grandma move right there. Then I knew that I wanted to start with a classic mirepoix, despite the fact that I do not like celery. And for the record, if you remove the ribs, it's a lot more palatable. Now, this is the thing I'm going to tell you about how I cook, and hopefully this will show you how to have grace for yourself. I have onion. I just chose not to use it. I felt confident in the fact that I could use the dried diced onions and let them rehydrate in my pan, because I'm using all of these other ingredients anyway, and we'll have a wealth of flavors. One of the most important ingredients here is going to be butter. If you don't have butter or flour, or don't feel like making your own cream base, I'm sure a can of condensed cream of chicken or cream of mushroom would work really well for this recipe. After adding all of my aromatics and spices together and letting them cook in whatever butter I had, I added a little bit more, and then I made the base. You have to make sure the flour cooks off. And because I was making my own stock, it was really easy to use it for this dish. If you're not making a stock like I am, just go ahead and use chicken broth. If you have bouillon, you can use that too. Just make sure you add enough water. The chicken really just needed to be reheated. And of course, this does require some cream. You can just as easily use milk. This is just the way I make it. Most people are going to say cook the noodles on the side, but why would we want to use more than one pan for this? Throw all your ingredients into one pan, cover it up, and cook till it's perfect. Some people will see this as poor man's food, but here, it's just dinner.